Today I'm heading over to help my father-in-law, Bill. My in-laws have a beautiful early 1900s house on the eastern shore of Virginia that they bought while on a bicycle trip in the 90s. It has a grove of 50 pecan trees, beautiful flower beds, and chickens. We haven't bought eggs in quite a long time. Today we're going to try to repair the very termite-damaged floor in the barn they converted to a guest house. We took up one board earlier to see what we were facing, and the news was not good. We were keeping the actual floorboards. They're made of cypress and original to the barn, so we started by numbering them so we can put them back in the correct place. Here, let me slow things down so you can see. The floor should not flex like this. Like most of our projects, we start off by talking the problem into submission. We're making a plan. We settled on cutting the floorboards in a staggered pattern with 2 boards in each section. And here I'm learning I need to be more careful prying up the boards. The tongue and groove is really easy to break apart, so I'm taping these up to be glued back together later. Now we can start seeing just how bad the subfloor is damaged. You should not be able to demo with your hand. Trying to be a little more gentle with this row. So that's board number 3, or 5, or the third board that's numbered 5. Anyway, let's clean up some of this mess. Now, we get to see some of the floor joists. This is not how things should look. We take out a few more boards and we can see how far back the damage goes. This little barn actually has a center foundation we can see from here. Let's get boards 1 and 2 out of here so we can see how bad the foundation is. Some of it's in good shape and some not so much. We had also noticed some softness in the floor near the door, so we're going to remove a couple of boards to get a look at the joist on this end. The subfloor is actually in good shape, so let's try to get it out without destroying it. And no, that's not snow floating around. This is where I realized I should have been wearing a dust mask this whole time. And the verdict is not good. We're going to need to sister these joists and hopefully be able to do that without removing all the floor on this side too. So let's do that. The difficulty is getting this board to go up onto the foundation on this side. We ended up needing to use a car jack to move the joist up into place and then persuade it with a big hammer. And this was our first hammer blowout, but not the last. That's how it went. Slide in the joist, dig around till we get the jack under the end, then jack it up and hammer it in. And here's the flying hammerhead rearing its ugly head. We wasted so much time fighting with this. This time we tried to put a nail in the wedge, and that worked for a little while. Here's where I realized we'd been hammering a little bit too hard. We had moved the door threshold out by an inch or so, so we had to go fix that part for a while. Then we could clean things up and put the subfloor and the floorboards near the door back down. And that's the end of day one. The next morning I decided to put the camera up in the loft. We realized we needed to take out one more joist, so we spent a little time cutting and cleaning that all out. This is going to sit on the concrete foundation to help support these beams where the originals are not solid. Then we can start putting in the new joists. So we did a little measuring to get ready for the subfloor, and then fasten these joists in place. Bill does that for a little while we finally fix the hammerhead with wedges we made. Make sure everything's as evenly spaced as we can. We go cut some subfloor. This first one was pretty annoying to get to slide it under the existing floor, but Bill came up with a nice way to space the boards up just enough by putting a screw under the edge of each board. So we applied some glue, a few taps of the hammer, and we got it all down. The next two pieces of subfloor went in with less of a fight, and we have a floor you can actually walk on. Then we snapped some chalk lines while we could still see the ends of the joists. That way we know where to put the screws to fasten the subfloor. Some cleanup. We start putting the boards back in reverse order. And just when we were making great progress, the camera battery ran out. Here's what the floor looked like after all the boards were down at the end of day 2. And now we're back for a third day just to put the furniture back. And here's how it looks. I think it looks pretty great. So that's it for today. See you next time, same station.